Hi everyone, my name is Kendi. This is my latest collection. This is a solo exhibition that I have here. This work here is based on a lake in the south of France. It's from an old photograph that was taken in the late 1800s by an artist called Adget. And he photographed a lake in a painterly fashion in the south of France. It's painterly because of the atmospheric blurriness of the artwork, and I've taken on that concept and I've created more of a textured nuance to the work by doing this work on board. The board itself has got all the knots and the gnarls and the texture in the boards, which I find really exciting. All these little bits here really add to the effect of the old photograph and the scratchiness of the old photograph. And the sepia effect, this is not indeed sepia, but has the concept of sepia, which is the dark crimson colour that's flooded my take of the photograph. The scene that you're seeing here is reflections of these bulbous-shaped trees that are looming in the background here and reflected in the lake in the foreground. There is a path, very gentle, you can see it vaguely, that's coming around here. It's a pedestrian walkway around the lake. In the distance, I've vaguely put in what was in the photograph, which was Greek sculptures on plinths, which were in the park at the time, and then there's a building that you can see in the distance in that focal point that you can see here. I'm finding the work on the boards exciting because I'm able to really rub in and create my drama and texture and really dig into the board, which is usually a canvas doesn't let me be so aggressive with my work. This is oil as well. All right, over here I have some other artworks. They're a bit different from what you just saw there. These are fast, expressive pieces. I decided to use my muse, which is over here, which is a plant. The plant at the time was quite dilapidated and falling apart. It had not had enough water, and that striving for life was sort of speaking to me, and I decided to go with that and use that in order to create a series of work. This is just 3 of the series, and once again I've used the board. I like the idea of the black and white. The black and white really allows the viewer to get into actually looking at the line, the texture, and the form of the plants. And what I'm also getting at is the concept of death and agony in a way in the lines that have been portrayed here. Once again, the drama. I'm using a lot of energy with my body in order to create the works. And I'm really not wanting more than the detail of what is actually there. You can see a little bit of perspective and a little bit of composition, but I'm not wanting to add much more. I just wanted the plants to speak for themselves. And you'll see that there's different angles that I've drawn. I've drawn the plants here. That's it. One way of putting it, it is paint, but it does have a drawing quality about it. I put my work on the floor in order to work my pieces to get that energy in my work here. The next lot of photographs, the next lot of paintings are around the corner here. These These works, once again, are on huge bits of board. And once again, I'm really enjoying the knots and the gnarls in the board. I'm not afraid of having these little bits of wooden, the texture. I find that, once again, I find that really exciting. I think you may need to, even as the camera here, go a little bit further back, because the concept of these works is to see from a distance. Up close you can see, for example, that these are all little holes in the actual board, but from a distance they become people. The people are standing around the tree, they're leaning against the tree, there's a person that's on the other side of the tree, there's one sitting down, and I feel that it has a Tolkien-esque feeling about it, of the gathering travellers sitting around in a situation that could be a little bit perilous to them. The trees give that looming drama as they're looming over these people that have just been able to find this clearing and having a rest. The trees are speaking, as in Tolkien's books. The trees have a certain soul which comes through in his work, and I'm hoping for that to come through in my paintings. Once again, I do it on the floor in order to create that physical energy that I have with my way of painting and what comes about. This one here, I really played with the knots. I did not know what I was creating, I was just playing with it. And the knots have formed in a sort of sense of the idea of swirling, the idea of movement, something coming from the sky, something added to the landscape, other movements that are happening within the landscape. Some people have mentioned to me that it has a little bit of a reminiscent of like Starry, Starry Night by Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, however you pronounce it. I guess in a way I wanted the movement, yes, it is that swirling darkness. A lot of my work is to do with the nighttime. And that was the doorbell, so I'm going to go and answer the door. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.